Hey, I'm Marcus.
I'm Fetta.
I'm Rhaiu. And I'm Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro.
That's right. We are working class nerds, and this is episode 253
Of the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Don't forget, if you're looking for more Nerds community content and you want to hang out with all of us, join the Discord. The link is in the show notes below.
In this week's episode, we are talking about some brand new game. And for the past 6 months, I've been hearing all about this TFD this, TFD that, 12 days to TFD. It's the 12 days of Christmas, but TFD. It's the TFD countdown. Well, TFD is finally released. And this week's episode is all about Turtle Force Destruction. No, wait, that's not it. It's some other. It's TFD something. Oh yeah. It's Tangerine Frosted Donuts. No, wait. Okay. Oh no, I got it now. It's Tenderly Feeling Daffodils. So you guys have been feeling all the daffodils this week, right? Just grinding away at the daffodils.
Single daffodil. There ain't no buttercups left.
Oh my God. All right, so this week's episode, we're talking about the first Descendant. It's the newest, hotness of the world that Rhaiu has been talking about so much and playing so much. He doesn't even play with us. He plays it so much. But I just want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing because we haven't been here. Believe it or not, we haven't been here for a couple weeks, but there is a hidden episode that will be released at the same time as this episode, and that's for another conversation. So let's go, Rhaiu. What have you been doing?
Oh, man. I have been doing a lot. It's been actually 2 weeks since I've been on the show. Because I was on vacation, and we went to the beach. I went back to my hometown, and we had a great time. Got to see my family. My daughter got to run around on the beach and just loved it. Unfortunately, I spent too much time in the sun, so I ended up getting massively sunburned, so that kind of kept me inside for the latter half of the trip, which it happens. I mean, nothing but liquids and aloe vera gel being rubbed all on my body just to make it go away. But
see, the aloe with the lidocaine is my favorite. I think Solar Cane's one of the brands.
I don't know. I just buy whatever the store brand aloe vera is. The green bottle that gets all nice and sticky on your hands when it dries.
Yes.
Can we talk about how much that part sucks? Like, altogether? That's the worst part.
What,
is how sticky you are after.
Yeah, it's just gross feeling. It does help, though. I'll take sticky over like...
I'd rather be in pain, I think, sometimes with that stickiness.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather that.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Wow. It's just your flavor of...
I don't like sticky. Bernie, I can deal.
Yeah.
Well, while I was away, the gaming did not stop, because while I was stuck inside, a game, Terraceland, released. It is a mobile MMO, but it's also that you can download it on your PC and play it. I call it a free-to-play WoW. It's essentially what it is. They were gradually releasing content, so it's like you came back the next day for like this next part of the story, so on and so forth. There was raids and PvP and stuff. It was just kind of something to fill my void for gaming while I was away from home. So
that sounds sweet.
If you're interested in it, again, it's a free-to-play WoW. It's your traditional MOBA game, so there's a bunch of microtransactions and top-ups and all that kind of stuff.
You say it's a MOBA or an MMO?
No, it's an MMO, but it's a mobile MMO.
Oh,
like
mobile.
You could download it on your phone and play it that way, or put it on your PC.
That's that South Carolina accent, or North Carolina. Which Carolina are you from again?
I'm just going to say, I forgot,
and I've confused them frequently. I'm sorry.
Listen, the answer is yes. It's basically like the same state.
No.
They just split it down the middle.
No.
Okay? They wear belt buckles, cowboy boots, and they all eat barbecue. That's all they eat. And catfish and crabs.
Crabs?
Are you conflating Maryland?
No, I'm just...
And Luis?
The last one, I just fucked up. Whatever.
No, I mean, we enjoy crab, but we prefer shrimp.
Shrimp
you can buy
gumbo,
with grits.
Campy. Dude, grits are disgusting. Okay?
What?
I'm
Like,
not a grits guy.
That's it. I can't do the show.
I wouldn't say disgusting. I think that's a bit excessive.
dude, it's
like-
not like it's tasteless shit.
Like toe fungus is disgusting. Like grits are just
I'd
not
rather eat
preferred.
toe fungus than grits.
All right, now you're just getting. That's just crazy talk. Okay. Like,
I don't have words to just combat that at all.
All right, so talk about
Anyway.
talk about the rest of your time.
All right, well, this is what happens. I go away for 2 weeks, and this is the crap I come back to. Anyway,
can't have nothing nice around here.
we really can't, and that's the reason. Anyway, so the first Descendant finally launched. I have sunk already 60 hours in the game.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I've been going hard.
We are 9 days since launch.
60 hours
Hold on.
in, baby.
Let's do the math. Please hold. 60
Out of
divided by
108
9.
hours.
That's 6 2/3
Oh wait, no.
Hours a
it's-
day.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. It's terrible. I
Yikes.
got to get those numbers up.
Just rookie numbers.
But I've been enjoying the first Descendant. Had a lot of fun with it. I've been progressing at a gradual pace. I like to say it's not as intense as some other people who are already in like the hard mode of the game and they're on the end grind and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that far.
I don't know how
But-
people can get that far that fast. I mean, I get it, but it's like a lot of time for one thing. I'd get sick of doing.
Yeah,
the
but
one
you
thing.
got to understand too. There's people. Okay, so there's your teenagers who are.
That's
it's
true.
Summer.
I stand
right.
corrected.
They, like, remember when you were a teenager and you
Oh,
were
yeah,
not
no,
in
I-
school?
I-
Like you
I
just
could-
played games for 12 hours a day.
That's true. I could absolutely crush games as a teenager. I had to get,
Right.
it's
and
different
then,
now. Yeah.
And then even if you there's people too that they work 7 to 3:30 and that they have no responsibilities when they get home, so they just play from 3:30 till midnight every
That's
night. You
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people have time. It's just unfortunate we're not those people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not no mo.
Yeah, definitely not no mo. But I've been progressing at a nice
What do you mean
pace.
not no mo?
a
You're one
minute.
of those people
No,
that can
no,
play that
no,
much.
Wait
no.
the fuck
I
a minute.
I am not there. So let me explain.
Wait, no. Stop. Nick, are you drinking a fucking Bud Light Platinum?
Yes.
What the
Oh,
fuck is wrong
man.
with you?
What?
Okay, I'm done. Dude, I know we haven't been here for 2 weeks, but dude, that has to be the dumbest beer ever.
Why?
Dude.
What's
No.
dumb
You
about it?
can't
No,
just drink
what's
like
bad
a
is
Bud
that-
Heavy. No, you could drink a Bud Heavy. Like
I don't
a
want a Bud Heavy.
Bud
But
Heavies
a
give you the
Platinum?
toots.
Like even just a regular Bud Light. But you have to drink the Platinum?
Yes.
Like, or
It
is
ta-
the
I think it tastes
fucking
better than the
bougie- is
Bud
the-
Light.
Oh my god.
And it tastes
dude.
close enough to the.
At least
Platinum-
it's not
to the-
Michelob.
Yeah. Well, those are
It
like
could be
really
worse.
watery.
The thing that pisses me off is that I know you have better beer upstairs.
I know. Well, I was finishing these. Sometimes I just want the 6%. You know.
All right, so
then.
back to Rhaiu's conversation. Back to 60 hours,
Yeah,
9
60
days.
hours. So, and I'll explain that. My wife is very loving and supportive. She understands that I am a gamer by choice. That is one of the hobbies that I have. So she knows how long I've been waiting for this game. So when it released, we got back from vacation. Every day I would come home from work, July 4th, everything. She said, "You just play your game. Play the game. I'll take care of the kid, do all that kind of stuff. You play your game." I said, "Okay." And boy, I put some hours in to make sure I made some progress. So I'm
No,
thankful.
you made her proud.
I hope so. Like every day she would come in, how many hours did you get? How many hours did you get? So before the show, she came in, how far did you make it? I told her I hit 60 hours.
Damn.
So,
Crushing it.
oh yeah. But so that launched, I've been putting a lot of time into that. I like to think I'm far enough that I can help people. So like when Fetta finally got to start playing, I would go back, help him get his content up, explain some things. I've shown him some of the content he has to look forward to and how hard it gets.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it looking forward to.
I mean, it's an enjoyable experience, like you were saying. You'd rather, feel burn with the sunburn than the sticky. So there's your burn. When you get
Yeah, I'll get the burn. Yeah, it looks bad.
Oh, it'll be all right. You'll have me with you. And then I'd like to get some time to play with Marcus now that he's back from his vacation. So I'd love to get to play with him when I'm not grinding and pushing other content. And lastly, Once Human finally launched. I think that launched yesterday. For those of you who don't know, that's more of a base builder, survival, PvE, choice of PvP type game. It's really cool. It was the official release date was given at Summerfest, and it looked fantastic. I played just a little bit of it to experience it. It's fantastic. If you can get a good, consistent group going, it's going to be a fun game. Fetta, what you been up to?
To be honest with you, I just looked at my hours on the first Descendant, and I'm actually quite embarrassed.
What is it?
27.7.
I'm proud of you.
That's not embarrassing. That's great.
My next highest played game is one that I've played consistently, or at least for me, and I have 28 hours on that game.
What game? What's this other game?
Satisfactory. So
What is Satisfactory?
It's
Is
like
that one of those dating simulator?
That's
No.
a good game.
Satisfactory is a good game. It's one of those things where you land on an alien world and you have to farm resources.
You
and
told
all
me
that.
about it. You talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you build a factory.
Yes.
That's got 28 hours. I've played that game for a while. I don't play video games, but this one was. I think the number one thing for me is how much the community backed it. It made it so much more fun, and the hype around it, including that countdown, really kind of turned those gears for me, and it's been a really enjoyable experience thus far. But yeah, actually, I have a lot of hours.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute blast. But other than that, I have my stupid tabletop games that I can't win at.
That's not true. You won a game last weekend.
That's the card game. It's different. It's
Oh,
different.
sorry.
I have a significant time difference in the setup for a card game than I do for these stupid tabletop games that I keep losing at. I lost Marvel Crisis Protocol 2 games, but painted up a couple of guys.
Okay. All right.
And the Star Wars Shatterpoint League that I actually run started this past Tuesday.
Okay.
Painted up that whole Endor village that I was showing you guys. So
yeah.
is all there. Brought it to the store. Everybody loves it. I'm like, perfect. I'll play a game on it. Fucking got crushed. I can't stand it. That one was very close, and I played the Ewoks, which are notoriously bad in that game. And it's arguably the worst $100 I've ever spent in my life.
Okay.
But I lost still. And I run the damn thing. Fucking dumb.
I get it.
And the last thing I'm sure you'll touch upon, Nick, so we can move right into you after this. The pre-release event for Star Wars Unlimited. No, we didn't talk about him yet.
So go Marcus first.
Yeah, but yours is related.
All right, fine. Sure.
I was trying to, make some flow, and then you were like, no.
All right.
Now the illusion's gone.
It's because he's just playing with cards right now.
No, I'm sleeving them. Okay. They need to be protected from the elements
Fucking wrap it up, dude.
and from BO. It's a
And
real.
don't go to a card shop.
It's a real concern around them parts. Okay.
Tell us about it.
All right. So
Wait.
You
know
can't
why
just.
You know why I'm really excited to go to the movies in West Hartford?
Why?
It's because I'm going to go to the nerdiest store ever, which is called Games Workshop, because there's a new Warhammer book that I'm buying.
Where is that? In West Hartford.
It's in West Hartford. I don't know. It's on the main road.
It's right on Main Street, down from
nice.
Town Hall,
Nice.
next to Brugger's Bagels and Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, like on Blueback Square area.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Got it. Yeah. So, all right. So I'll run through my stuff because I want to finish with the fun things. But yeah. So obviously, last week we were off for 4th of July, so we didn't record anything. The week prior, I was not on the show because Taylor and I's dog, Callie, passed away. We had to bring her to the hospital. Ended up putting her down, and that sucks to say the least. I don't want to be too much of a bummer, but that is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. And that process was about as peaceful and nice as you could possibly have made it. So it, if that's going to happen, that is quite literally the best way to do it. She was super peaceful. She's 15, had all of her family around her, Taylor, me, her mom, siblings. And so she was, happy, and it was about as nice as you could possibly make that situation, but it still sucks. So yeah, that's interpersonally not been great. But in positive news, first of all, to give a little bit of backstory, not only did Joey and I go to the pre-release event on this past Sunday at Tabletop Gaming Center in Newington. That's like closer to
The one that actually gives you rewards for winning?
yes.
Okay.
They didn't this time. Fun fact.
They did. They gave everybody 3 packs, but
Yeah,
because
but it wasn't for winning.
They said it ahead of time.
Well, it's like a legitimate.
Yeah, it's
experience.
a legitimate. Yeah, and they also took your Star Wars Unlimited ID number because you had to make an account with the official website because it was like a real official event, pre-release event. So it wasn't like a pre-release tournament. It's like it's just an event. But you, anyways, so that, yeah, Joey and I went to that, but also Corey, Joey's wife, came and hung out with Taylor the whole time too, which was really, really cool. Taylor made like a whole spread of charcuterie things, and you guys brought over epic donuts. It was really nice. It was a nice like day together. We felt the support, and then Joey and I did some super dorky shit, but it was awesome. So if to backtrack a little bit, if you don't know what a pre-release is, it's a little different than like the regular draft nights we were talking about. Draft night would have been open 3 packs, and you sort of like pass them around and pick a card each time. Pre-release, they sell like pre-release kits that have 2. I actually have it kicking around somewhere, but they have 2 promo versions of like the starter set leaders. So this set is Shadows of the Galaxy. So, which means it's all focused on like the Mandalorian and like out, crime people and stuff. That's the theme. So the leaders are Moff Gideon and the Mandalorian, and you get in your pre-release kit, you get like special art editions of those 2 and 6 booster packs. And you make your deck out of the 6 booster packs you get. But you can get like, it's just a whole set of normal cards. So you do that, you get a half hour to open everything up, figure out your 30 card deck, and then you play 3 games against people. But it was just cool seeing people like open up rare cards and stuff. I got some pretty cool things. I got 3 legendaries, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 4. I might have got 4, which is a lot in 6 packs.
I gave you the 4th one.
Which one? Evacuate? No.
Kylo.
Oh, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4. Because I opened Snoke.
Mm-hmm.
I opened. Oh no, Maul's technically a rare, but I got I got a Crate Dragon, which is legendary. I opened Snoke, and then I opened a Darth Maul. That's a hyperspace foil, which is pretty sweet.
Is the Darth Maul like Syndicate Darth Maul?
Yeah, with like it's cool.
Robo
Here, I'll
legs.
show you. I have
Spoiler
it.
alert.
Yeah, like that's legit. That's a good card. Whether it's a legendary foil or just a standard issue, that's a sweet
Oh yeah,
card.
it's fun. It's just cool no matter what. I have the stack here. I'll
just for the record, I fucking hate Darth Maul and Shatterpoint.
Why?
Fuck him, because he destroys me every time.
Dude, he is literally a scalpel. That's his only job.
Yeah,
Actually, Joey, I don't know if you saw it today. They talked about, which I'm a little pissed about. I'll explain. This is part 2, but it was cool. I pulled some cool cards. I got to play 3 games. I won one of them. I ended up playing. It was tricky. I really don't like playing as blue because you don't really play a lot of units. You just like play cards that kill their other cards automatically. Like I think in Magic they would call those like spells or something. But it just doesn't feel as fun to like play. I want to like place a card that does something, like a unit. And then it's like my guy attacks your guy. When you just play something and then things die, it's like feels less fun somehow. I don't know why. It's not. It's just how I feel. But so yeah, I ended up playing a yellow base with I got Jabba the Hutt as one of the leaders, which was cool. It's all about like putting bounties on people and taking them off, and then he comes out with fucking 12 health. But yeah, that compared. Oh, here we go. I have. Yeah, it's hyperspace foil is the promo to leader cards there for the pre-release. It's pretty sweet.
Those are sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. But Maul is cool because his ability is like he comes down, he hits for a lot, and then he any combat damage you would take back from like whatever attack you just did, you can choose another underworld card. So Java would work to take the damage on your behalf instead. So Java has so much health, I just did that, and then I could kill like 3 people. And then another card I had was Palpatine's Return, so you can like bring a card back from your discard pile. And if
That's
it was
a sweet card.
yeah. Oh, hold on. There is a mouse in the house, so I'll be back. What? It's not off. It's not. I don't have so.
And we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. We had a small intermission at this time. We thank all of our guests for your patience during this recorded podcast. But instead of our normal bathroom break, we had to take a break for pest control in Imperial Command. And we will resume shortly. Once again, thank you for your patience. And Marcus, how was your week?
I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. Okay, everybody. So you guys know. So a mouse was in the house, and Imperial Command started screaming at Nick to go check for the mouse, and he disappeared, and we saw him go downstairs, but then the lights turned off. So we thought he got locked in his hidey hole, like where Harry Potter lives. But we realized that he was not, and then he came back and said he's not allowed to podcast anymore because a mouse is still in the house. But so it's just us 3. Anyways, moving on. Rest in peace, mouse. Bye.
You will be missed.
Yeah, you will be missed. And just for the record, for the next 3 hours, they are not going to catch that mouse. Just for the record.
Oh, they might not catch it today.
I don't think they're ever going to catch it.
Never. No, it's gone. Like, anyway, moving on. So I don't really know where I was, but last week I was on vacation. We were in Rhode Island. Believe it or not, it was exactly what I need. Like, legitimately exactly what I needed. I got some really good time with the fam. I got down to Rhode Island on Monday because Saturday we had showings, in Sunday, July 1st. I don't know. No, June 30th. Sunday, June 30th was my first hockey game ever. I know I talked about the tryouts, how they told me I couldn't be in the league. So I kind of went into the game kind of, I don't want to say mad because I really wanted to play, but like,
You had a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I don't want to say even a chip because I'm not an egomaniac, but like, I skated as hard as I fucking could. So anyways, I ended my first game ever with two goals and an assist, leading the league in points right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Nothing. I'm okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
No!
Yes.
That's messed up!
It's just Tutter.
All right, so if you guys want to know what Fetta's talking about, today is July 11th, and it's 9:50 p.m. Go to the general channel in our Discord, and Fetta posted a picture of the mouse.
It's free Slurpee Day, everybody.
You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit.
The worst part is Nick's not going to see it for 2 weeks.
He's not going to see it ever because he doesn't go to Discord. Anyways, I'm fucking crying. We should just end the fucking podcast.
I can't. Look at his face.
Dude, I can just hear Tutter trying to plan for Grandma Tutter coming to visit.
What is happening? I fucking love that little whore.
Everybody, so you know, Fetta is keeled over. He's about to poop his pants. He's laughing so hard.
Let's finish the podcast. I won't look at you all. I promise.
Bear, can I have some cheese?
Oh my God, I can't. I just.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just can't. All right. Anyways, I'm going to get us back on track. So anyway, I had my first hockey game. It went really well. There's something called Live Barn, I found out, and my wife and the kids were in Rhode Island, so we signed up for Live Barn, so they got to watch my game, and my mom actually was at my first game with a bunch of the guys.
All the way up from Kansas City?
No, so in the summer she's here.
Okay.
She has a camper at a campground, so she lives here in the summer and snowbirds to Kansas City, even though it snows in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's probably because it's a free place to stay and she stays with my sister. So it's just, whatever. Anyway, so my mom was here. So Carrie and the kids, got to watch Live Barn. My mom was texting Carrie, and Carrie's like, I can't even believe what I'm watching. Like he can actually play this shit. And like you guys joke about me training. But anyway, moving on.
No, even in the clips I saw, I'm not going to let you just shut this under there. It was impressive to say the least. Are you not even going to mention how you did in that game?
Well, I did. You were too busy posting the mouse picture. I scored 2 goals and I got an assist. So I have 3 points. I'm leading the league in points now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like don't sleep on that.
So, anyways,
Picking you for my fantasy team.
But all I can think about right now, I'm sorry, everybody, is Nick on his hands and knees scurrying like a mouse going,
Oh, my God.
Here, mousy. I got the cheese. I got peanut butter.
Bear, there's a strange man outside the mouse hole. Bear, I know we have room in the big blue house, but this guy's weird.
Oh my god.
Where did you pull out the most perfect Tutter impression?
The advantages of having a 1.5-year-old that's addicted to Bear in the Big Blue House is on repeat.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so it's been really fun, and believe it or not, it's been really comforting because weeks before my game, like I didn't think I belonged in this league, and now my team was like, what? They didn't know me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people have been playing together for years, and like it's like a big family. I'm sure you guys can understand. You're probably involved in something like your disc golf, right? Mm-hmm. Like you have a group of people that have been playing together for a long time, and then you have one guy that just shows up, and you're like, I don't fucking know about this guy. Like, what is this guy bringing to the table? And then I just go buck wild. So I had a lot of fun, and it feels really good because, like, I hate talking about it because it's like I don't want to sound like an egomaniac. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Like, I've worked really hard for this. How about this? Everybody, I'm 2 pant sizes down. My boss told me today, he saw me, he's like, Marcus, because my work buys my pants, like all my clothes. And he's like, Marcus, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to contact our HR rep and have her order you new shirts. And you need to order new pants because you look ridiculous. And I was like, do I really? He goes, Marcus, you look like you're wearing Jankos from 1997.
Fucking Jacobs. What? Your underoos are hanging out, brother.
Bro, it's bad. Like I've had to drill 3 new holes in my belt. So now,
Damn.
like, dude, the belt is going around half of my body on the other way. You know what I'm saying?
That's nuts.
So, like, yeah. So, and I'm trying not to be egotistical, right? Like, I'm not. I've worked really hard. It's fine, but I will say, I really enjoy ice cream. And like now, when I eat it, I'm not ordering a small. I order a motherfucking medium or large. Or give me the extra large fucking sundae. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress on that. Hockey's really fun. I'm skating literally 3 days a week, plus the game, and plus riding the Peloton. It fucking feels great. I sold my house. My house sold in 1 day. The closing is the end of August. So probably mid-August I'll be moving. Where I'm going to be determined right this second. But my house sold $31,000 over asking, no inspections, and cash.
Damn.
So feels good. There. Sucks I have to move, but like it was the right time and
Take the money and run.
Well, the goal is to be mortgage free or there's some shit where I might build something. It's called a barn dominium, and it's fucking legit. Last thing, I've been waiting to talk about this. I have not played Elden Ring. I'm still on that same stupid boss, but I don't care. I finally came back from vacation, got settled, did the shit I needed to do, and I got into the first Descendant. I'll talk about my thoughts on the game, but I just kind of want to talk about what I did. So I played the beta when it first came out. Rhaiu, when did the beta come out? When was that? Last year?
Yeah, the open beta was last year, and then they did a tech test in...
No, the beta.
The beta was last year.
Yeah, so I was in the beta, and I think I got to like level 12 or 15, which was great. It was awesome. So I'm back in it. My class is Ajax. Fetta joined me. I did the opening quest, and then Fetta joined me the first day. Oh, no, I played it alone with Doritos and Cheese in the Discord. Kind of got through all that opening bullshit, and then day 2, Fetta played with me for a good couple hours. Rhaiu blew us off, didn't want to play with us. He was too busy chasing the mouse inside Nick's house.
He put it there.
Yes, he planted it. Why is there a mouse in my house?
Okay, Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey.
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, step inside. Anyway, dude, I got kids. Anyway, so the first
Hot
Descendant, my hot take on it is I'm having a shit ton of fun. It feels fresh. It feels new. I get the complete and total Destiny vibes from it. Like it has that. The story hasn't really like hooked me yet. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like listen to what like all the NPCs are saying right now. Like it's just bullshit to me. But it seems really fun. I have some questions for later, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes. But again, I picked the tank class because I feel like I'm not going to be able to grind enough to be able to do the big DPS needed. So if I can be the support, like drop the bubble, keep people alive kind of a thing, I feel like that's going to be a good area for me to play the game. But one thing that I will shout out to the nerds community is everybody is playing it. People like Obi is making a spreadsheet. Goldie's grinding. Doritos is grinding. You guys are grinding. Like, there's a lot of people in our community. Scarlet, everybody, Metal Mark, everybody's playing the game and loving it. I would say, if I'm just going to say my favorite part of the game right now is the way the guns feel. All the guns have a different feel. And coming from first-person shooters, like I haven't played a third-person shooter since probably Mass Effect. It feels really good to be playing it, and it's a nice change. and there's a lot to learn with all the modules and all the upgrades you can put in your guns. I'll talk about the monetization after, but really, truly, I think it's really fun. So, today, like we said, we're going to be first descending into the first Descendant. So, I want to have one of you guys, can you guys tell everybody who doesn't know, what is the first Descendant?
So the first Descendant is a third-person looter shooter, and it has individual bosses and separate dungeons. Currently in the game, there are 19 Descendants, all with unique abilities. You can acquire all of them. They are going to be releasing more Descendants. In fact, August is their latest Descendant, Luna, will be released. So this is going to be something that they are ongoing. This is something that will be ongoing in releasing more Descendants, more than likely releasing more guns as the content grows. But with that, you could play this game solo or co-op to tackle the different things that you come across. There is normal mode. Once you finish the story on normal, you could go and do hard mode. And all the bosses have hard mode versions of them, and the missions have hard mode versions of them. So if you think you beat the game, you haven't really beat the game yet. It's one of those collection things.
Yeah, and so everybody knows the game is completely free to play. You do not have to pay anything to play it. Obviously, they have a battle pass, which you could buy. And then if you want to purchase all the Descendants, you can. It's a complete Korean pay-to-win game. Wait, let me back that up. Wait. It's pay to collect. It's not pay to win. You can buy any Descendant you want for money. Some could say that's pay to win, but I don't think it is, because you still need to play with the character and you still need to upgrade that character in order to get all the good stuff. But you can buy your characters and you can buy skins right out the gate.
Yeah, and the whole paying for the Descendants, I'm all for this type of monetization method in a game, just because it's more of a pay for convenience, because I feel that you're paying to remove the content from yourself. This is something I've seen from the First Descendant Discord, as well as on their X, and a couple of other content creators have said the same thing, that by paying for the Descendants, I'm actively taking content away from myself, because I'm not going to go grind for the parts. I'm not going to wait for the Descendant to be made and then go grind that Descendant. Same with weapons. Yep. So if you want to do it, you're more than welcome to do it. Everyone's entitled to play the game that they want. My biggest thing, I just don't want to hear the amount of complaining when they're like, there's no content in the game. Well, because you paid to skip it.
Yeah, I have a strong belief in this. So actually, I think I said this to Fetta yesterday. So I'm going to use myself versus Rhaiu, because Rhaiu has 60 hours. I have 2.8 hours, right? I will pay for a Descendant if I want it, because I don't have the time to play to unlock everything, right? So let's say there's, I forget what the guy's name. Oh, shit. I was talking about him last night. There's a Descendant I like, and I can't remember his name. And I want to get him, and I think he's $20 to buy. But for me, that's worth it, because then I can, but then I can enjoy it. You know what I mean? Where I don't have the time, to. I'm trying to think. I don't have the time to be able to unlock them. I'm trying to find the list,
and that's fair.
And that it just goes back to what you were saying, Rhaiu. Like it's all about how you want to play the game. Ultimately, if you get more enjoyment out of paying that $20 to play that Descendant, level them up, and that's where you want to devote most of your time. If you have that time, do it.
Oh, his name is Kyle.
Ah,
yeah, he's fun.
I don't. I really want Kyle.
Yeah, but the advantage is, again, it's a free to play. None of us paid anything to play this game, so this is how
you
can sit here and say, okay, well, I'm going to pay $20 for this character. Okay, you paid for $20 for the game. If you get 20 hours out of it, it costs you $20. But it's fair. Play the game how you want to play the game, how you can play the game. I feel like what's going to happen is there will be the overall loud portion of the community will be there's no content.
But like, I mean, there's no basis for that because there is plenty of content. There's plenty of missions. There's hard mode. There's void intercepts. There's stuff to do.
Right.
There's just no point to do it if you bought the character.
Right.
So it's useless time.
Well, it's if you unlock the character, you still have to grind out all the stuff for the character, but you get the character. But like Ajax, okay? I'm going to talk about the character that I'm playing right now. He's a tank role. He's a tanker who utilizes void energy. He leads the team with a force field that protects allies. He basically drops a bubble around him. That's his special. He has a shield that he can drop to be able to stop bullets from hitting him. He has the void walk where he leaps into the air and smashes this void energy down. It's like a shockwave, and it stuns harder enemies or kills like weak enemies, which is amazing. He has expulsion where he strikes nearby enemies, knocking them back. And then obviously he has the hypercube, which creates the dome around him. I mean, for me now, this is my style of play, right? My character is me. Like, that's how I would see myself. Rhaiu, who are you playing as?
So I started out with Viessa, who is more of a debuffer. She uses chill, so she freezes enemies, slows enemies down, and unleashes cold snap attacks as she weaves her way. So one of her abilities that I'm a big fan of is called Fusion, or it's a Frost Road is the actual name of it. But she has higher running speed, higher shield, and there's a sheet of ice, almost like Frozone from The Incredibles, there's a path that's behind her, and enemies that come into contact with that, they are inflicted with ice shackle. So they're frozen in place for 2 seconds, and then they can start moving, but they have a slower pace. So
Can I actually have it up. So Viessa, the Frost Road increases running speed and shield and creates ice sheets on the ground where Viessa stands. When enemies come in contact with these ice sheets, they are inflicted with ice shackle. Ice shackle effect increases by 2 stages. So you can make it stronger twice. I have all the characters up here, so like I'm actually excited to talk about this. Her feature, Viessa's feature, is a debuffer who uses chill at will. She uses chill to freeze enemies in place, unleashing cold snap like attacks as she weaves her way between them. So like that's a really good attribute for like group content, because for all the ads, like she's basically going to freeze them, and then somebody with super DPS is going to come in and destroy. What's her special move?
Blizzard.
Oh, Blizzard. Here we go. Creates a snowstorm that explodes over time, inflicting damage and ice shackle on enemies caught within.
It's one of my favorite things when Rhaiu pops that.
Wow, that's pretty
Actively.
cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Now, this does not seem like a class I could play. Sounds like if I was playing like a hunter in Destiny. What do you play? Fetta?
I started with Ajax like you, just because I really like that tank role. I play tank in just about any game, like especially Overwatch. That's my number one role. Okay. But when we were playing, I was working on Bunny. If you want to highlight that Energizer Bunny, because she's a lot of fun to play. It's a lot different than anything that I've ever done before. Highly mobile character. Every ability is based on movement. So she has like an electric sprint that will charge up a meter underneath for, it's basically, the way I see it is like potential energy. And then she can dispel that energy in a number of different abilities. One is like an electric discharge over top. It's like very close AoE. If anybody's within melee range, it'll do damage to them. She has one that is a pulse, wider spread AoE that will deal damage to enemies as you're running around them. And then I actually don't know what her ultimate does because I am way too cool. And before I even got that Descendant, I got the Transcendent skill mod for Bunny. And then I got another one. And then I unlocked the Descendant. So it's this electric charge where she has this big pulse of electric energy after charging it for a little bit. She's really fun to play. But I think so far my favorite Descendant that I've had is Freyna. I really like her vibe, where it's like big DPS, toxic damage. A lot of fun to play her. But the one that I really want is Glay, because she has this berserk effect. And I just can't wait to see what that does, especially because like it seems to me that it'll play like a barbarian class.
Right.
And it looks like it'll be really fun to do.
So we all know Bunny is in the intro quest. So she introduces you into the game. So picture, and this is a spoiler, but whatever. So you get into the game and you pick your character and they tell you this little story that you got to stop this event from happening. And you go through the tutorial area and it ends with this mega boss, or like the big boss. What's his name?
Corel?
Corel. Is there, and he steals something from Bunny. It's like some giant energy
The
cube.
Ironheart?
Yes, the Ironheart. So, what's the matter, Ray?
Nothing. I was just very surprised that Fetta got it right.
What?
Yeah. Well, Fetta, you got to understand. Fetta
I'm the
reads a
story
lot.
guy.
Yeah, he's the story guy for sure. So
What have I been doing every time you caught me doing something that we weren't doing
I
together?
have no idea.
Story content.
Or did you change the voice actors to Korean?
No.
To do that.
I probably should,
dude.
because then it's like I'm playing an anime.
So
it's just perfect.
I figured out you can change the voice acting to Korean, leave the subtitles in English. It's a whole other experience. The voice acting feels like there's more emotion put into it.
Oh, it's kind of like that show, Squid Game.
Yes, they speak Korean.
No. Did you watch it in Korean or English dub?
I watched it in Korean.
Dude, I watched the first like 5 episodes in English dub, and then I went back and watched it beginning to end in Korean. Dude, what a difference. Like those actors are
100%.
legit. Like the emotion that comes out,
It's
everything.
cheesy if you watch it in dub.
Well, it's good for like me
Cheesy.
watching it with my wife. It's fine.
Yeah. You can
But anyway.
like see why it's critically acclaimed.
Right. So what I was saying, everybody, is so you get to see Bunny's moves right out of the gate, and you're like, wow, this is fucking awesome. And then you get into the game, and you all of a sudden the game is telling you to research all these Bunny parts, and you're like, for me, I didn't know what the hell it meant. And all of a sudden it said research Bunny, and I was like, hey guys, what is this? And they're like, oh, you're gonna unlock your first Descendant. And I was like, no way.
He said it. He said the title in the movie.
Yeah. So Bunny's role is a nuker. Her feature is a dealer of continuous damage who sprints while discharging electricity. The more she runs, the greater the electrical energy she accumulates, allowing her to release this energy in a powerful shockwave. She uses electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. She's got rabbit foot. Charges electricity with moving, inflicts damage to nearby enemies when landing after a double jump. Thrill Bomb is a fusion, summons an electro orb to attack nearby enemies and inflict them with an electrocute effect. That sounds sweet. She has lightning speed. It's singular. Sprint speed increases significantly and acquires more electricity. Singular. Oh, lightning emission. Moving around deals damage to nearby enemies, inflicts them with electrocute effect. And then maximum power shoots out electricity forward to inflict damage. Damage increases in proportion to skill duration. Which are super. Like, that you're gonna need a bunny on your team for all hard content. I feel like. Would you say that, Rhaiu?
I don't know about that.
Sounds like she's dealing a lot of damage.
She
At least
I
early.
mean, she can. I don't know. I have reservations about her. I have her maxed out just because I unlocked her for as part of the quest line. I use her more for farming and just like quickly getting stuff cleared or trash mobs. I don't know so much about like doing hard mode boss fights with her, just because more of her damage is AoE spent than it is singular focused on the actual boss. If someone who's playing Bunny takes more of a passive role and is just sprinting around, reviving allies, distracting, doing like objective based things, then I can understand having her. But as a sole damage dealer, I don't know about that.
And then you have Blair, who is a dot dealer. His feature is a chef who deals continuous damage and who manipulates fire, gains energy by adjusting firepower. The hot dishes he throws traps the enemies eternally in a flame zone. He's flame. Glay is a female. She's a utility dealer. I have never even seen this character yet. A dealer who becomes stronger the more she gnaws on herself. What? Unleashes the rage inside her to quickly subdue her enemies. What the fuck?
Berserker.
So the trade off with Galay, one of the guys I play with he went ahead and purchased her. She has no shield. That's your sacrifice. You get lifesteal, but you get no shield.
I'm fucked. Capital F.
But so far from the reports I have read and the tier list I have looked at, she is the highest single target damage character in the game.
Of course, she doesn't have a shield. Of course, she does a shit ton of damage. Don't get hit. She's the guy, everybody playing a level 1 Elden Ring character for the first time. Next, we have Sharon, who is a close range dealer. She an assassin type melee dealer with an electric arc. Using camouflage, she can close the distance to her enemies whenever she desires and ambush enemies anytime, anywhere. She's electric. So she's basically the rogue, I would say.
Essentially. I feel like she's a very underappreciated character. Definitely somebody you want to have in some of the harder content, just because that stealth is so clutch, especially when you need a res. She can stand right under the boss. Boss won't see her.
Really?
Yep, right under it. Doesn't see her.
See, that is like, so she's like the healer of the team.
No, not necessarily, because all of her abilities are damage based and her kit is damage based. It's just whenever she's invisible, it's that additional kind of damage / support role. Because if you use the invisibility to save allies, you're going to focus on that a little bit more. Otherwise, people will use the invisibility to save themselves.
Sure. All right. Next of the Descendants is Jaber, utility dealer, a utility type DPS who uses turrets. Summons turrets for an assault and recovery, respectively. When the turrets are enhanced by multi-purpose guns, he can fight more effectively.
I played him in the beta. I haven't unlocked him yet. I thought he was going to be somebody that I wanted to unlock immediately. I'm not too sure about it, and that's probably just because I didn't get a good feel for him when I played him in the beta, and I didn't really focus on building his kit. I like the healing drone that you can put down. I like the gun drone that you can put down. I don't like the fact that they're so stationary, and that if they're destroyed, you have no kit. You have to wait until they're off cooldown.
How long are the cooldowns, would you say? I'm sure they changed since the beta, but it can't be that quick.
I don't know, because that's the thing is if you add any of the modules to him, that cooldown gets reduced. It's the same with any character.
Yeah, so over time, it just the cooldown gets to be seconds rather than a minute, as an example, the more you play. Next is Lepic, The role is DPS. The feature is a dealer who uses grenades to attack. Now we're talking. Clears the battlefield with his tactical prosthetic arm and grenades, which boast a powerful performance. His attribute is fire. Oh, wait. Hold on. Jabers. Oh, he doesn't have an attribute. Okay.
Yeah.
He uses... Lepic has fire.
Yeah.
What do you know about Lepic?
Lepic was the third option from the starter. So you had Ajax, Viessa, and Lepic. Lepic's a really fun damage dealer. I really enjoy one of his grenades. One of his abilities that's a grenade will actually suck enemies into it. So for like bunnies, Freynas, which we'll get to in a bit, Sharon's, Viessa's, anyone that has like a consolidated ult that can hit like a bunch of targets at once. If you can get a Lepic to kind of synchronize with you, like he pulls a bunch of them in, you drop your ult, drop an ability on him, it's really useful and really effective. I like his damage. His ultimate's really cool. I call it like exploding suns because that's what it looks like. So he's a lot of fun.
Then you have Yujin, who's a support. Oh, a healer supporter who uses his select drones to heal allies. He heals allies and grants them beneficial buffs after determining the distance between the allies and him. So he's the healer.
Yeah, Yujin is the healer. He's actually the only dedicated healer in the game as of right now. I really am looking forward to get him. Now, Yujin is going to be someone that you grind significantly later in the game. You have to get, I want to say, past the fortress to be able to grind his parts. I feel that if you are going to push content and you are going to pub it, you need to have Yujin as a crutch because healing is so important, especially in the boss fights where there are not many healing orbs dropping, you know, because it's not like we have healing potions to throw. So having a Yujin who can manage their MP effectively to heal you, and especially his passive ability where your max HP is increased when you're saved by him, is super necessary to be able to get out of those tricky situations. So I'm looking forward to getting him. He's one of the target guys that I'm aiming for once I do beat the campaign, is specifically to get him.
Would you buy him?
Nope.
Okay. Next up is Enzo. Enzo's role as support. His feature is a supporter who uses supply drones, commands the battlefield by supplying ammo to allies while launching long-range attacks with drones at the same time. Now, this character sounds legit to me. If you're an ammo hog like me, like this guy is going to be your bestie.
Yeah, he is a necessary one. In fact, he's so necessary. There are certain farming routes that are specifically say Enzo required to be able to get those routes done. So definitely someone that you need to pick up. If you have to buy him, I would buy him. Just so that way you have the option to do those farming routes and you're not going to run out of ammo.
You know, that's really good. I feel like they're covering, like some of these characters sound so awesome. I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Esmo? Ezimo. Burst DPS. His feature is a burst DPS who handles explosives, attaches bombs to enemy and detonates them at the right opportunity, like C4. That sounds fucking rad.
Oh yeah. No, Esimo's a fun little kit to mess around with. I do like the burst damage. So there's a couple of different dungeon bosses. Whenever you get to them and you have that like window to be able to damage them, it helps to just throw all of those on there, burst it, and get out. You know, you don't want to stay too close with them. You want to get in, do your rotation, get out, start focusing, get your MP back up, get your abilities off cooldown, and then go back in when you have the opportunity. Don't stick around too long.
Sounds like this is out of all the names, this is the most basic bitch name ever. Next up, we have Kyle. Kyle, he's a bruiser. This is the guy I want. A damage-dealing tank who generates and manipulates magnetic fields, creates a barrier or radiates magnetic force to push enemies back, and serves as a strong shield for his teammates. Bro, he's fucking Magneto. Kyle is Magneto. Dude, somebody needs to Google what's Magneto's real name.
Probably not Kyle. I don't think
I bet it's Kyle. What do you know about him, Rhaiu?
Dude, Kyle is a lot of fun. Again, same buddy. He went ahead and bought Kyle, and he's been running him for a couple of the missions and stuff that we've been doing. I like him, like especially when we get to some of the wave-based things, like being able to like push back so we can kind of refocus and regroup has been super useful. Especially his ultimate where he's sitting here flying. It's just the funniest thing to step back and watch this just giant man rocket through the air. It's like, okay, that's something.
He seems pretty cool. And in the story missions with him, it kind of makes you like really interested in him. Like with some of the other story Descendants, I'm like, it's not really striking me, but Kyle looks cool.
That's the one I want.
And he's purple, which is just always cool.
Well, I like the fact that he's a tank, but he's also got Magneto shit. Like who was a kid and didn't want to be Magneto? Right? Like,
I was more of a Wolverine over Magneto.
Yeah,
I'd even take Juggernaut.
Magneto fucked Wolverine up because all he had to do was pull that fucking adamantium out. Next is Valby. Her role is constant DPS. The feature is a dealer of continuous damage who moves around freely through her water arc. Terrifying torrent to her enemies. She's always a refreshing ocean wave to her teammates.
Valby is so much fun to watch, and to have her on your team whenever you're doing survival missions or you have a boss fight that has multiple waves of ads coming at you, just her being able to create this massive area of just water that slows everything down so your DPS can get in there and do what they need to do is so necessary and useful. And I don't see enough of her, like, at all. And she's so
really.
I've seen maybe 2 or 3 in some of the Pug operations dungeons that I've done. But I don't see enough of her, and she's so easy.
I feel like she's always floating around. At least, well, that's probably just because I'm in the beginning areas. But she's always scooting around. It actually makes me jealous.
She's one of the easiest characters. If you're not going to pay for her, she's one of the easier ones to go and grind the stuff for.
Well, I'll be curious to see, because like her description does not make me want to play her. Unlike the last one we're going to talk about of the basic characters, but I'll get to that in a second. I don't know. I guess for me, like water powers doesn't like, it's not a turn on for me. Like I like brute strength. You know what I mean? My favorite damage out of everything is poison. And that is this next character, and I'm really interested about Frina. She's a dot dealer, and her feature is a continuous damage dealer who freely manipulates venom. Utilizes the venomous substances produced by her body to trap enemies in swamps of toxins. Like, this character sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
She's rad. She's rad.
Yeah.
Very happy to get that Descendant.
No, she's a blast. I had some of the worst RNG getting her. I don't know how many times I ran the missions to get the different parts I needed for her, but finally I was able to get her. And I love it, especially her ult. Nothing stands a chance when you ult and that thing just baptizes them in venom. That's the end of it. Like, you just watch their health drop.
That's her special move, is venomous baptism. changes current firearm to venom baptism. Enemies hit with venom baptism bullets are inflicted with room 0 trauma.
It's deadly.
Yeah.
It shreds through bosses, like shreds them.
She might be my first one I get or I
Well,
purchase.
you can have somebody else help you farm her
No,
because
I'm not going to farm. I'm just going to buy her.
how many times did we carry that stupid robot
Oh my
up the
God.
hill? That stupid robot.
So that's one thing I will say. There are some of the farming missions. If you decide to grind out the parts, you are going to pull your hair out. You're going to want to punch your computer. You're just going to want to give up on the game in general. And then when you finally get it, it's just that rush of endorphins and euphoria that I did it. And you're going to want to play it again.
Well, it's because it's a free-to-play game.
Okay, all right. Time out
Listen,
here. Time out.
No, I'm just gonna
time
let
out.
me finish. Wait, just let me finish my statement. It's free to play. Of course, they're gonna make you grind. Of course, they want you to be so frustrated that you just say, "Fuck it, I'm buying it."
I understand where you're coming from. However, the listed chance for you to acquire this piece is 20%. 1 in 5. Why did we have to run it 37 times to get one piece? And it wasn't one person. It was not one person that struggled with this. Everyone struggled with it.
I have 2 words to describe it. Get good.
Wait, are you laughing?
Man.
I am laughing. The reason.
Oh, no.
The reason I say that. So, for those that don't know, Nexon is the developer and publisher of this game. Nexon has been in trouble for their loot drop percentages to the point that they had to pay the Korean government because what they were doing was advertising a certain percentage for a drop and then lowering that percentage without telling the consumers. So that has been a massive speculation that is what they are doing. There is a tweet on X on the First Descendant channel. The drop rates are acting correctly, and they are 20%. It is not a climbing 20%. It is a 20% chance every single time you run that mission. So
1 in 5.
you would think our luck is that shit.
Like, if it's 5%, like, just say it. Perfect. I am more than happy to do that 100 times. Not really, but I'm going to pretend for the sake of argument.
Get good.
Okay.
Well, and the only thing I'll counter, so I've been farming Blair. I've gotten all of his parts first run.
Well, I think it's
Fuck you.
Yeah. So I think all right. So what I'll say to that is it's RNG. Like I think I ran Vault of Glass and Destiny for 30 times before I had the Vex Mythoclast exotic gun drop. They said that the drop rates are X, but it doesn't matter. It's X for the party.
Yeah, but these are individual.
Yeah,
that's
they're not
the other
party.
thing.
It's
that's
individual.
It's not party. It's not like one person's going to get the part. It's individual loot drops. I think across the board.
Yep. Because
The entire game is individual loot drops, which I love, by the way, because I can't tell you how many times playing Diablo 2 that I got absolutely destroyed by somebody who can click faster than I can.
yep.
Insane. As soon as you see orange, it's just gone.
Oh, this is how backwards my luck and Fetta's luck is. So there are Transcendent modules. They are red skill mods for the Descendants. They are a 1% drop rate. I have 6 of them now.
Jeez.
Fetta has gotten
What's that, 1 per 10 hours?
1 per 10 hours.
1 per 10 hours? I have 5. I have 5. I'm rocking the 1 per 6 hours.
Dude, that's how bad or how backwards our luck is. And they're for Descendants I don't even care about.
No,
My bad.
no. There's
My
Bunny.
bad.
And then there's mine are all for Viessa. I have 3 for Viessa.
That's what's messed up. I main Viessa. He has all the ones I want, but I will take it back. I did get one for Eugen, and it's the one I actually wanted. So I was thankful I got that one. But it's just 6 of them, and I can't get a damn Freyna drop to come in 37 runs.
That's what's funny. I mean, I was animated and upset about the 20% drop, but I am on the luckier end of things where I will get the very rare thing, but I want the common thing.
Wait until we have to start farming individual bosses for parts.
Nah.
Oh, because Valby, you have to farm an individual boss, and I think hers is like 13% or something like that for just one of the parts to drop.
Man. Oh, man.
Then you have weapons. Don't forget, you have legendary weapons that you need drops from bosses.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even gone that far. I have not done any farming for legendary weapons at all.
Yeah.
It's been pure shit luck that I have acquired any other than the Thunder Cage.
Did you max out your Thunder Cage?
Oh, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
don't forget, you have to make the same weapon 4 times to fully max it out.
I'll just buy it.
So like that's insane. But that's what you have to look forward to. But once you beat the story, it's not over.
There's gonna be nothing left for me after the story.
All right, so let's move on a little bit. I just have one question. So there's something called Ultimate Lepic, Ultimate Viessa, Ultimate Ajax, Ultimate Bunny, and Ultimate Clay. What is the Ultimate version?
So the Ultimates, there's not really any different with the abilities. It's more of a look and their module capacity increases. If you've played Wayfinder or if you've played Warframe, similar games to what this is, the Prime or Legendary or Ultimate versions of these characters have more mod slots. Those mod slots are how you build your character. They do more damage, have more defense, have shorter cooldowns, whatever you want to do. And you're limited based on, 1, the level of the Descendant, which max level is 40. 2 would be, I call it prestiging, because what you do is you have to farm a material to make a catalyst, and you can reset that Descendant's level to 1 from 40, and you get to pick a mod slot that you want to be a specific thing. So then that'll increase their capacity. And then you have the Ultimate versions which come with a base increase in capacity on top of everything else. So there are a separate Descendant, even though they have the same exact utility, but they are going to be that much stronger when you try to start pushing harder and harder content.
All right.
Do you think Ultimate Descendants are going to be necessary for hard content?
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason I say that, when I played Warframe all those years ago, there was a particular one that I enjoyed. His name was Rhaiu, and he was the big tanky guy. Had the big, Rhaiu. So, but his ultimate ability was he would stomp on the ground, and everything within the area of the effect would be lifted into the ground, and like time would freeze. So you could go kill things as you needed to. So in order to make him better for harder and harder content, I needed more mods, needed stronger mods that cost a lot more that I needed to reduce thing for. So I need the capacity to make him stronger. So it's more about like that extra 1% of power can make and break a difference.
Okay. Do you guys know what time it is? It's time for working class questions.
Working.
Oh, baby.
questions.
Ask him.
All right. For Goldie asks, opinions on Jeremy.
Marcus, you ain't even met Jeremy yet.
Yeah, I have. Because you guys were talking about Jeremy. Well, you were. Rhaiu blew us off. You guys were talking about Jeremy. And I'm like, who the fuck is Jeremy? And then it was just a boss.
No, that was Greg.
Greg.
Oh, that was Greg.
We were talking about Greg,
Talking about Jeremy.
Oh,
the
Greg.
scariest Greg.
You know, like what? Like you have this awesome game with awesome names, and then you just drop the most basic bitch names. Hey, what's your
Greg.
boss's name? Greg.
Greg.
What's your boss's name? Steve.
The best thing is, like, I can't even imagine what that must have been like with the language being Korean.
It's probably something awesome, and it got translated Greg.
Dude, oh my god. Are we really going to talk about Jeremy right now?
I don't want to
Okay,
spoil
we'll
it
move
for
on.
Marcus.
I don't want to spoil it
Dude,
either.
because especially the cutscene.
Okay, next question. Have you guys gotten the Tamer, aka the best gun in the game?
No.
What? No.
What is
Is this an ultimate weapon, or is this like a random drop?
I have no idea.
I haven't. Honestly, I've only been farming.
We're here breaking down this whole freaking game, and they ask us, "Have you gotten this one?" And none of us have any idea.
No, I mean
all right.
I farmed Thunder Gun. I got what is it?
Cavalry?
I got Albion Cavalry Gun. I got the Devotion.
Nazimus.
I got Devotion. I got the Battle Pass one. I got the Ruined Relic is the other launcher that I have, and that's it. I haven't really farmed for any of the other legendaries yet.
I don't know. Maybe we have to if it's the best gun in the game per Goldie.
I think it's going to depend on what it is we do.
Goldie has to play as Bunny. I can see Goldie's main as a bunny.
Everybody's playing Bunny
Dude,
right
have
now.
you
dog.
seen Ultimate Bunny skin?
She's hot. Hot.
Yeah, she's like naked.
That's why it's Bunny.
Naked.
Wait till Luna drops.
Hey,
me see.
best mod loadouts you got.
I don't have like a full set yet. I've been trying to kind of build through, but the one thing I will say, max out your defense. Max the card out. Shields, fine if that's what you want, but 100% max out your HP, max out your defense stats. Because believe it or not, that's going to help out a whole lot in the later content.
All right. Obligatory fuck Jeremy.
All right, I got something to say about Jeremy that's not going to spoil anything.
Okay.
He looks like his dad left him, and he's waiting for the Black Parade.
That's me.
That's it.
Coming in from Atrax, how much money have you spent on the first Descendant?
Just, valuable minutes of my time that I will never get back.
$10 for the Battle Pass.
Did you know I didn't even buy the Battle Pass?
Yeah, okay. So, sidebar on the Battle Pass thing. I was curious about the cost of Battle Pass these days because after playing Call of Duty for so long with theirs, New World with theirs, I was figuring like $20, $25 was about normal. No, they were just ripping everyone off.
I don't think I've ever paid more than 10 for a Battle Pass.
Yeah, that's the standard price from like
Yeah.
What you call it, League of Legends and Fortnite, and $10 has been the standard.
Yep. Diablo 4, I think, was $10.
Yep. So, that's it.
I have not spent any money yet, but I will be because I'm going to buy a couple of
Kyle?
I'm going to buy Kyle and I'm going to buy Freena.
No, we can get you
can get you
Freyna.
Freyna.
We'll get you Freyna.
Okay.
I'll push the fucking robot for you, Marcus.
All right.
He's a nicer friend than I am. I'm not doing that again.
Well, you don't play with me when I'm on, so like you fucking ignore me.
I
So,
did it for Rhaiu, and I got 4 of the pieces before he got 1.
That's all
I'm
right.
trying to make sure I have the descendants we need so I can just help you along.
Yeah, but guess what? You know what the problem with that is? You actually have to fucking join our Discord group and join our social group and play with us. Not
Wait a
just
minute.
fucking ignore us.
Has there been any news about clan development? Because I was so stoked on this.
No news. It is.
But it's
It is
Nexon.
going to come in. They have confirmed
It's
this.
coming.
It's coming. It's just not on launch because they're trying to figure out what they want it to be. Because they have the matchmaking system, they have all of that stuff, and like that's the whole purpose of clans is to find people that you're interested in. But if you're interested in it, you go to matchmaking.
Yeah.
Which
We gotta wait
They're
for.
gonna create clans. It's
But-
coming.
We're gonna get Booty Short Luna before we get clans.
Yes, because they can make money on that. Duh. All right. Atrax asks, this is for Nick. How have you been dealing with Imperial Command taking away your gamer card? I'll answer that. Mouse in the house. I hope I edit the show so we can put TK427 screaming at him for the mouse being in the house and blaming him for it, just so everybody can know how bad Imperial Prison is. Atrax also says obligatory fuck Jeremy, and also the first Descendant is way more fun 30 hours in than Destiny ever was. All right.
It seemed a little personal on that one. That wasn't even a
All right,
question.
So Atrax hates Destiny so much that he will argue it to the point. I think this game is coming out at a great time for Destiny players to play something else and to give a break to it. Is it a better game than Destiny? I don't know, because it just came out, right? Destiny's been out for 10 years. So, time will tell. Wargus asks, does everyone still have all their fingers after the 4th?
Yep.
Last I counted.
I have mine.
Do you know I didn't light off any fireworks this year?
Dude. I'm so disappointed.
I'm not even fucking American.
Neither did I.
I didn't need to. My neighbor set off the damn. Holy shit! It sounded like Nom over here, man.
Nom. He said Nom. You know what I think about right now as you're saying Nom? It's fucking Nick dropping napalm in his house trying to catch that mouse.
I kid you not. They were going off the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. I was like, damn, we're under attack.
Oh my god.
Dude, Nick is shooting Roman candles at the fucking mouse hole.
He's got M80s in the fridge. It's busted.
Nick, we're under attack. Get the Roman candle.
This kid thinks he had a problem with sheetrock before. Ooh. Holy.
Oh yeah. Scarlet, I'm gonna read all of it.
Go for it.
Scarlet says, do you think the first Descendant will stand the test of time, or will people revert back to Warframe and Destiny after the honeymoon phase wears off? Or will people revert back to... I genuinely hope they stand the test of time, because I have been having fun playing this game.
My thoughts on that one.
This is a spicy
It
question.
really is. I think this game, even though it has things similar to Warframe and things similar to Destiny, I still believe that this is in a genre of its own. The reason I say that, yes, it has the farming mechanics and the different Descendants like Warframe does in the Ultimate versions and of weapons and Descendants and all that. And it plays similar to Destiny with the atmosphere, the guns, the names of the guns, all that kind of stuff.
The look of the guns.
The look of the guns.
The look of the modules.
But the one thing I will say that it has that neither one of those have is the encounters, the void intercepts. Because if you're trying to farm for a weapon in Destiny, you have, or that is specifically like in an operation or in a hard mode or something, you have to do the full operation again, which you can't do solo. You have to have the party. You got to do all that kind of stuff. And it's the same with Warframe. If you want these specific things, you have to do the whole mission again to get those items. At least with this, if I want to fight Stunning Beauty or Hangman or Pyromancer or whatever it is, if I want to fight those guys because they have a chance to drop the weapon I want, I don't have to deal with ads or a story. I just go in and do it. So I think it will.
I think it, yeah. I mean, kind of piggybacking off what you said, I think the grind is manageable Because if you look at somebody like me, I'm never going to play Destiny because it's a time investment for that grind. Say I had 30 minutes and I wanted this piece, I could run the mission over and over again. Like some of them are a little bit lengthier, but some 4 or 5 minutes, and you can keep running it back and forth, and it sucks and you want to blow your brains out. But if you had an hour to play video games that night, you could still do it and feel accomplished. Versus if you played an operation in Destiny and you only had an hour, you could get through it once, maybe 1.5 times kind of thing, and still not get the piece.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've been thinking a lot about this question. So I'm going to break it down in a few sections. Do I think it'll stand the test of time? I think it'll be around for a while. I don't think the population of the game is just going to disappear in 3 months. I think people choose to play these games because they like to invest their time into something. I think that this game, as long as they keep creating content, because like the initial grind, I'll call it, not the hardcore who play 60 hours in 9 days, but I'm saying like the initial like 28 hours in 9 days, or even me who's got 3 hours in 9 days, like those people are eventually going to get to end game, right? Like everybody will be there. You have your hardcores who are going to be there in a week or 2 weeks. Fine. But like, I'm talking about your standard issue regular players. I'll use myself as the example. Eventually I'll be there. So they're going to need to continue to do new content to make people want to come back. The other thing about this game versus Destiny is it's free. The cost of entry into Destiny is awful. There's the argument that was going on in the Discord for about a week about how Destiny is a free-to-play game. It's a free-to-try. But if you want to do all of the dungeons and all of the content and get all of the exotic guns, you cannot do that without spending a hefty portion of money. This game, you pay nothing.
Well,
if you don't want to spend money, you do not have to.
do we know if that's going to remain true?
All I'm going about is right now. I do not see them charging. It's a free-to-play game. Now, if they're coming out with Jambalaya expansion and they want to charge people $20 for the expansion, that's reasonable. Like, in my opinion, it's a free-to-play game. But I don't think they will because they're going to print money on the cash shop. The people that play this, I'm looking at some of the skins people are wearing already. They've already spent $20 on an outfit. They don't need to charge you for the next expansion because they're going to put fucking Bunny in a bikini and people are going to pay $60 for that because they want to run around half naked. Now, my last point is people are going to play this Destiny, Warframe, everything. It is good to have options. I am so burnt out on Destiny that I am happy that this game is here because it's new and fresh. Honestly, I feel like I'm playing Lost Planet all over again. And I fucking loved that game. And now I'm playing with my friends, except Rhaiu because he blows me off. But like, it's okay. So, Scarlett, it's a great question. I don't think the game's going anywhere for a while. People are going to come and people are going to go just like any other game. But the thing that is the barrier of entry to get somebody to play this, you're more likely now to get somebody to come play the first Descendant than you ever will in Destiny, because as soon as you do the opening quest and somebody says, hey, let's go do something, oh, I don't have the expansion, I can't do that. There is none of that in this game.
Nope. So, one thing I wanted to point out too with the cash shop and what you were saying about them printing money, and to also address Fetta's question about if this is going to stay. So, Warframe's been around for so long, and there would be a phone ringing right now.
Is that your phone?
No. That would be my wife's phone.
Dude, who's using the fucking ringtone
You got
from
Nextel?
1985?
Hey. Don't hate on it, all right? These phones were
Dude,
indestructible.
they're still using They're still using 1G down in the Carolinas.
Oh my god.
Hey, man, I just send a
Dude.
horse out, and then my mail gets here by Pony Express. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Where's your pigeons?
I keep them out back. The dogs like to chase them around the yard.
God damn. That ringtone strikes fear in my soul.
No, but...
Because... Oh, go
All
ahead.
right, try to pull it back. All right, so Warframe has been around for a very long time, and the game has never been pay to win. It's never offered a subscription service. It's never done anything. It's just had the cash shop and their premium currency. They sell packs just like the first Descendant does with an ultimate, whatever, ultimate bunny, ultimate lepic. I have all ideas that when they make ultimate versions of the rest of these Descendants, there will be packs, and there will be people that want to pay for them, and it will be a continuous printing money. And if they're smart, they will do the same thing Warframe did, and they will start vaulting stuff to make it to where you cannot buy them again. And they will even take it out of the grind. There's a specific Warframe. It's called Excalibur Prime. You can no longer get that because that was the very first Prime in the game way back in the day. You cannot get it anymore. It is extremely expensive to find the parts for it. And there are people that have hoarded the parts because in that game, you can trade premium currency for parts. So they are charging out the ass for these parts because they know how valuable they are. So if Nexon is smart, they will start vaulting or locking or whatever with these ultimate versions. The money is going to flow.
Well, I believe that they will because there's only, you're not going to want 50 Descendants available at one time. You know what that's going to do to a game engine?
Break it.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.